Hello guys, welcome to Psychology of Freedom. So yung topic natin ngayon, it's more philosophical than psychological. So it's up to you if you still wanna listen. Pero I think kasi yung topic na to is important, kaya i-share ko na lang din. So recently, I had a conversation with someone. Napag-usapan namin medyo mga deep philosophical, existential life questions. And napag-usapan namin bakit kaya gano'n? Kung ano yung halimbawa mahalaga sa'yo, sobrang importante sa'yo, pinakaiingat-ingatan mo, yun pa yung nawawala and mas shinare niya pa sa'kin further na na-observe niya daw yun even nung childhood niya, gano'n daw lagi yung pattern. Kung ano yung mga halimbawa, yung mga laruan na pinakaiingat-ingatan niya, tinatago niya, pinupunas-punasan niya pa pagkatapos niya gamitin, yun pa yung nawawala. Samantalang yung mga laruan na hindi niya masyadong pinapansin, nandiya lang sa isang tabi, hindi masyadong kinikip, yun pa yung hindi nawawala. And syempre, shinare ko na din yung sa akin. Sabi ko, ganun nga din, even in my life, 'di ba? Kung kailan ang dami kong gagawin, madami akong parang may mga deadlines ako, may ang dami kong to-do list, doon pa ako nagkasakit. And shinare ko din sa kanya na maybe that's just the nature of life. It will strike you where it hurts. When you look at your life, parang ganun eh, di ba? Iti-trigger ka talaga kung saan ka matitrigger. Otherwise, hindi ka iti-trigger kung hindi naman yun yung trigger mo, di ba? So, yun, ang sabi niya lang sa akin, para bang ano, pagka may sugat ka, yun pa yung tutusukin. Parang ganun. Kind of, pero hindi. I think that's just life's way of teaching us na eto talaga yung nature ng life. It's impermanent, it's unpredictable. So, kapag nag-cling tayo, that's the time na we suffer. Hindi natin matanggap yung unpredictability and impermanence ng life. Kasi sobra tayong attached. We're all attached to something, whether that's sa relationship, sa career, sa possessions, even sa health. 'Di ba? Easy to say na do not cling or hold on to these things. Pero most of the time kasi nape-perpetuate natin yung suffering natin kasi hindi tayo maka-let go. We cling so much to what was, meaning yung nakaraan na nakalipas na, it has already passed. Instead of looking at the present and integrate the present moment reality natin. So, I'll give you a concrete example in my own life. So, yun, na-mention ko nga kanina, di ba, na nagkaroon ako ng health issues. During that time, sobra ako nag-struggle. Hindi ko matanggap na hindi ko magagawa yung mga kailangan kong gawin just because nagkasakit ako, di ba? Wrong timing. Timing, yan yung lagi nating sinasabi. So, ayun, medyo anxious ako. Ginagawa ko lahat para lang just to stop what I was experiencing para lang maging productive na ako. So, ayun, yun din kasi yung obsession ko. Medyo obsessed din ako sa health ko. Kaya it's more painful, 'di ba? Kasi ginagawa ko na nga lahat uh, with regards to my health pero ganun pa rin. I cannot control what will happen to me in terms of my health. So, nagre-resist talaga ako, kino-question ko bakit ganito. Pero ganun talaga. That's a normal response. That's a normal initial reaction to change. If something changed, 'di ba? Kung familiar kayo sa DABDA, that's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Those are the stages of grief. And in everything, we can apply that naman, even with changes sa buhay natin, di ba? Before we move on dun sa acceptance part, dadaanan muna natin yung first four steps. Yun nga, yung denial, anger, bargaining, depression. Sometimes we skip some of it, pero yan yung proseso talaga and we need to honor the process. Pero hindi tayo pwedeng ma-stuck. At some point, we need to ask ourselves, gusto ba nating mag-suffer and be stuck and beat ourselves up with something na hindi nangyayari or we want to let go? Na it's not that, it's this. Like for my case, this is the body that I have and the resources that I have. Now, I just have to deal with it, 'di ba? So just like yung nagkaroon ng COVID, um, people who kept on clinging sa past way of living natin, yung the way it was, and yung mga hindi natanggap yung reality in front of them na we cannot go outside, we need to comply with a lot of things, sila yung mas nag-struggle mentally. And syempre, 'di ba, medyo may pagka-addicted tayo sa suffering natin. So we cling onto the past. We cling to what was instead of embracing yung present moment reality natin and work with it. 'Di ba? Sometimes kasi yung source ng suffering natin is not our situation per se, but more of our inability to accept yung isness, yung present moment reality natin. Kasi yung present moment reality natin, iba dun sa idea natin of what it should be. 'Di ba? May mismatch. And yun nga, the more na nagkikling tayo sa idea natin, sa fantasy natin in our head na it should be this way, the more na nagsasuffer tayo. Pero, if we learn to let go and hindi mag-resist sa reality, then we flow more with life. Saan mo makikita yung least resistance, ever flowing lang? Makikita mo yan sa nature, 'di ba? Babagyo kung kailan babagyo, magkakaroon ng sakuna kung kailan magkakaroon ng sakuna, aaraw kung kailan aaraw. And anong ginagawa ng nature? It adapts, it doesn't resist, hindi siya nagfa-fight back, hindi siya nagkikling dun sa previous state, sa previous weather, wala siyang attachment. It just allows. Kaya everything in nature is in flow. So, just like nature, ganun din yung buhay natin eh. Yung buhay natin is unpredictable, it's impermanent, pero the problem is we keep on clinging to things as if we think na they are permanent. 'Di ba? We think na yung happiness is permanent. Kaya pag nawala yung happiness, nagkakaproblema tayo. Or yung problema or yung suffering is permanent. Kaya hindi natin ma-embrace, hindi natin wala tayong peace of mind. And also, it's interesting din na medyo, napansin ko din na medyo tayo as humans, may pagka-selective tayo kung saan tayong area ng life magfo-flow. Na-notice ko na when it comes to weather, 'di ba? Halimbawa, bumagyo or nagkaroon ng calamity, hindi tayo nagte-temper tantrum. We just accept and adapt. And alam natin na it's not permanent. It's gonna pass. Pero pagka halimbawa, na foreclose yung bahay natin or halimbawa yung car nag-crash or yung relationship natin nag-end, we fall apart. Hindi natin matanggap. We resist reality. Hindi natin matanggap na yung phase na yon or yung chapter na yun sa buhay natin is na-reach niya na yung end niya. Hindi tayo makapag-let go. Pero, yan yung process eh. Sometimes we learn these big life lessons through pain. Pero, it doesn't always have to be through pain. Pwede din tayong matuto, di ba? Just by observing nature and even children. 'Di ba? Kasi children are the closest to nature, 'di ba? Uncontaminated, innocent, very pure. And sila yung they live in the now. 'Di ba? Just like yung nature, wala silang attachment sa past, wala silang obsession about the future, hindi sila rigid. Tulad natin, they can adapt and change according to what the present moment brings. So, parang ganito yan sila, 'di ba? One moment, grabe yung temper tantrum, parang wala nang bukas. And then the next moment, alam mo yun, ang laki na ng tawa, sumasakit na yung tiyan sa kakatawa. Wala silang attachment. Samantalang tayo, we hold on to things even if ilang years ago na yun nangyari. 'Di ba? So, ganyan yung mga bata, very flexible, of wala silang standard sa life. They don't have a standard on how life should be. And whatever mag-show up sa present moment, na, nag-engage lang sila doon. So, yun yung quality na nawala sa atin as adults. Kasi na-condition tayo to attach to certain belief systems na life should be this way or life should look a certain way. And if not, pagka hindi nag-match yung reality natin sa fantasy na yon, nagkakaroon tayo ng tragedy. 'Di ba? So yan yung source ng ng sufferings natin, being attached to a belief system na most of the time nakuha lang naman natin sa unconsciousness ng culture. So ayan, ano pa ba? Gusto ko lang din isingit kung ano yung distinction between being detached and being in fear. Yung nakausap ko kasi sabi niya sa akin, kaya daw ayaw niyang ma-attach sa kahit kanino, whether sa family, whether sa romantic relationship, or even sa mga pets, kasi it will be too painful pag natapos na yung relationship na yon. Pagka na-reach na rin yung end nung phase na yon. Kasi nga 'di ba, life is impermanent, 'di ba? Pero sabi ko sa kanya, that's not what it means to be detached. Being detached means na you're just open to whatever shows up, 'di ba? Whatever unfolds in your life. So if it changes, hindi ka ganun ka-attach. Meron kang wisdom na okay, it's not supposed to be permanent anyway, 'di ba? Pero you don't hold yourself back dahil sa fear. You just live fully and let yourself experience yung fullness ng emotions mo and ng life experiences mo. So, ayun lang. Those are the life lessons na life is impermanent and every step of the way, we might not realize, pero life is always asking us to let go. So it's either we partner with it and embrace yung unpredictability and impermanence nature ng life, or we cling, we resist, and we fight with life and conditionally accept life. So ayun lang, sana may napulot kayo. If you have any idea or you disagree with something, just comment down below. So thank you for listening and watching, and see you sa next video.